All right, if you're just tuning in for part 2 of the second date, we're on the phone with Eddie. And Eddie called us about a woman named Beth after she's not returning his calls after their date. And these two lovebirds bonded over hate. You know, all the things that most people hate, they also hate. Kids, waiters,
oh, man.
hooking up. They hate hooking up. Otherwise, they would have done it.
Totally.
Who hates hooking up?
Well,
Eddie does.
Eddie.
But you know what? He's hoping to reconnect with Beth and maybe get some answers when we call her here in just a moment.
I just want to say I don't hate hooking up.
Oh, okay. It's just not your favorite.
I mean, Eddie, when we recap that, do you think that there's any chance that maybe you concentrated too much on like the negative aspects of your date, of the waiter screwing up? Maybe you harped on it too long?
I mean, it's possible, but that's kind of her vibe. That's kind of why I like her so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but maybe you're stealing her thing,
It's only room for one negative person.
Yeah, exactly.
And she hates that about you, which is why she also loves you.
Yeah, maybe that's why she hasn't texted me back. She had too good of a time. And she's like,
Oh, that's it.
What is this feeling?
I think we're on to something, but let's give Beth a call and find out for sure. You ready to do this, man?
yeah, let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, is this Beth?
this is Beth.
Hi, Beth. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. I was hoping you have a...
Hi.
I get that a lot. I was hoping you have a second to talk with us.
What's this about?
Well, on our show, we do a segment called A Second Date, and that's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if they're not calling you back, you can email our show, and we'll reach out to that person for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Okay,
Okay?
Yeah, you putting
All
it
right.
together yet, Beth?
maybe.
So we had a guy recently email us about you, and his name is
Oh, God.
Eddie.
Okay.
Okay, we remember Eddie.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember Eddie.
Well, Eddie reached out to us because he had a really good time on his date with you at the restaurant, but afterwards, you're kind of blowing him off, and he doesn't understand why.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if I should call him back or not. I'm still kind of thinking about it. Like, it's only been a few days, so I haven't decided yet.
Oh, okay. So there's still a chance that you were gonna call him back.
Yeah, there's a chance, but I don't know.
Oh, you're leaning.
Not a good chance.
Okay.
What's the problem? Like, what's causing you to think about it so hard?
Well, I mean, I'm not totally against it, but there is just something about the date that's still bothering me.
Well, he told us that you had a bad experience with your waiter. Does that play into it at all?
No, that was funny, actually.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I have to say, you are brutal. He's told us what you said to the waiter at the end.
I mean, I was just saying the truth. Like, I've been a waiter before, and he was the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Eddie appreciated that you said that comment. He thought it was hilarious.
Sure, the server
she's
gets
still
it.
laughing. The server's still crying somewhere, but it's fine.
She goes back to that restaurant and trolls him every single day just to rub it in.
You still suck.
But no, seriously, Eddie wants to know what's the deal? Like, how come you're taking so long to decide?
I mean, you do sound like a pretty brutally honest person.
I mean, I pride myself on being honest. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I think that's a positive trait.
So
Will
what
you-
would you tell Eddie?
Well, okay. So we were driving. He was driving. And it just kept bothering me because as we're driving, we're on these like suburban streets. Like no one is around. And he keeps using his turn signal, which I don't understand why he was doing it. You know, like the point is to like communicate to other drivers and no one was there. So I brought it up to him and I'm like, oh, yeah, you really love using that turn signal, huh?
Okay.
And he laughed it off. You know, like he was a good sport. And then later, he used it again to pull out of the driveway with no one there. So I was like, oh, I don't know. That bugged me. You know, I always thought that like morons did that.
What?
Whoa, hold on a second. Moron?
Hey, slow down.
Wait, Eddie.
I was just going to come to your defense about how it was probably just habit.
Eddie, you ruined it.
Yeah, it is just habit.
So,
Calm down.
Beth, hold on. We forgot to tell you that Eddie was on the other line listening. He jumped in a little bit early before we could really dive into this, but he's
moron's
there.
right here. The moron's here.
Okay.
Oh,
Eddie.
Eddie, why are you
Just-
so upset? All she said was that you used your turn signal too much.
Yeah, she was saying only morons use their turn signal. She was referring to me.
Yeah, she didn't
Okay.
know
All
you
right.
were listening.
Yeah, I said morons because only morons do that when no one's around. I didn't say morons use turn signals.
Oh, what?
See?
Are we
Okay,
not fighting?
now
over
we're
this?
splitting hairs.
Hold on,
I
though.
cannot believe that you have not gotten back to me because I'm a safer driver than you.
Okay, all right. Chill out, dude.
Oh my
Is this
God.
Do you always act this stupid, or is today like...
Oh.
Okay, now that's a
Stupid?
direct one.
I mean,
I'm
Jeez.
stupid. Oh God, try making conversation with you at dinner.
what?
Jesus.
Why are you guys just
Guys.
suddenly attacking each other? What
Yeah.
happened? All Beth said was like there was a weird red
Nitpicky,
flag in
yeah.
a habit that you had. I don't think she was attacking
Yeah.
your
Red
character.
flag, it's just traffic rules. You do it all the time so that when there is traffic, you do it without thinking about it.
He's right. I always do it.
I mean, that doesn't bode well if Jose is always doing it, though.
When I hear safe, I hear boring.
I know.
Oh, so
Yeah,
does she.
Alexis
Okay.
says boring.
Okay, no,
All right.
no. Wait. He said something about trying to have conversation with me. I saw the wheels spinning in his head, but the hamster looked dead, so...
Oh.
I don't know why it took getting you on the radio to be honest with me about that you didn't like me. You're so honest about everything else. I don't see what the problem is now. Like,
Oh.
oh my God.
Okay,
this is
listen, if you were with me right now, you would see my eyes rolling. That's all I'm doing with this trash.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, you keep rolling your eyes. Keep rolling your eyes. Maybe you'll find a brain back there. Jesus.
Oh, this escalated so
Fight,
fast.
Okay.
fight,
No,
fight.
don't encourage
Alexis,
them.
what happened? I mean, it's just like two people bond over hating kids, and then suddenly they hate each other. I don't get where we.
I've heard of love fests on our show, but this is our first hate fest, I think, for sure.
Are you guys enjoying this, or are you actually angry?
I'm
I
just
feel
thinking of
mad.
all the other times that we were in the car together. Are you mad that I let a pedestrian have the right of way, or should I just run him over? Would that have turned you on?
Honestly, you know what? No. Honestly, go yourself, loser. I don't need this.
Oh, my God.
because
Okay.
She said
Oh,
more
you know what?
once.
Here's one for the road. You should call Mattel because you're so fake, Barbie's. Oh, Barbie's jealous now.
Okay,
Oh,
that
Okay,
didn't,
yeah, no, you know what?
Okay.
Eddie, you should have quit while you were ahead on
that
that.
didn't hit very well.
As much as I want this conversation to continue so we could listen forever, I do need to stop down and ask real quick if the two of you would like to continue insulting each other in person, and we'll pay for that.
Ken, would you like to go out with Barbie?
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me.
Oh, burn.
Now he's burning us because we don't have enough money.
Yeah.
How do you know we were broke?
Yeah. Good one, Eddie.
I feel like you two are too similar to go
No,
out.
but Beth, I do need to ask for legal purposes. Would you like to go out on another date with Eddie?
That's a hard no. But what I am going to do after this phone call is I'm going to buy a cute little cactus, then name it after Eddie because you're frick.
Wow,
Oh!
she's got zingers.
Dude, don't come at her, Eddie.
Yes.
Oh, do me next.
You're like a cloud. Because when the clouds disappear, it becomes a beautiful day. You're a cloud.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Still.
All right.
No.
Oh, probably should have done
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. If you're looking to insult somebody,
Yeah.
maybe don't go with you're a cloud.
That was
You know what?
really good.
All of you.
When you're single and you're looking to find a hot, steamy romance,
Oh, okay.
there's a few places where it's basically guaranteed to happen. Any type of wedding,
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good
That's
one.
pretty good.
also a booze-friendly off-leash dog park.
What?
Who's friendly?
I haven't been to
I
a
need to
drunken
try
dog
that.
park,
Dude, that
but
sounds
okay.
so fun.
Highly
Children
recommend.
Playing with dogs too?
And of course, a children's backyard birthday party.
What?
No.
Oh, yes.
What is
Never.
wrong with you?
Let me tell you, Brooke, that kiddie pool turns into an R-rated splash zone by sundown. And
Please
that's,
tell me you're hitting on other parents, please.
well, it's where one of our
Please.
listeners, Eddie, met his love interest recently.
Oh, great, Eddie.
Eddie, you know all about that kiddie pool, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Eddie, you sound like a perv. Look, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much. Just wanted to call about a date.
Okay.
Just perusing those children's parties, looking for single mommies ready to hunt. Yeah,
Okay,
he
he's
knows.
into it. Yeah, all
Not
right.
denying any of
All
this.
right.
So, Eddie, tell us about the woman that I hope you're going to have us call today. What's her name?
Adult woman,
Yeah.
fully grown.
The adult woman is Beth.
All right.
Beth, okay.
And how'd you meet Beth? I mean, I guess you're at a children's party. I hope you have a child or you're just randomly showing up to parties. Where are we at?
It was at my nephew's party. It was my nephew's 7th birthday party.
Okay.
Okay.
Seven,
Okay, that's
cute
good.
age.
And who was Beth at this party?
She was like the sister of one of the moms at the party.
Okay.
Pretty much everyone there did have kids. It was like Beth and I were like basically the only 2 people there that didn't have kids.
Okay. So she had no other
Oh.
option but to hang out with you.
Lucky her.
Yeah.
That, like, the guy dressed up as SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Right.
Entertainment.
So tell us a little bit more about Beth.
So, yeah, she was just there kind of, I guess she just didn't have anything going on that day. She was hanging out with her sister. Her sister as a kid went to the party. So we were just kind of chatting, and we actually bonded over how much we don't really like kids.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
irony.
that's pretty funny.
Single people like to do that.
You talk about what's around you when you're getting to know somebody. and-
Yeah. Did you play Which Kid's the Worst?
Which gets the ugliest.
Yes. Don't say ugly, Jose.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fun game.
Okay.
Do it with adults.
It's like that game, Marry, Sleep With, or Kill.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't
kids
really do it. There must be a
Wait
child-friendly
minute.
version of that game. Like adopt, abandon.
Oh, I like it.
That's
Let
a fun
us
game.
play.
It's
There's only
child-friendly.
one positive there. and That's the adopt
Let's
one.
play with your kids.
Yeah, which one, Brooke? But anyway, we get it. You were having fun, enjoying the fact that you were both single and kid-free.
Yeah, so we were just kind of hanging out, and we kind of drifted away from the party a little. It was just the 2 of us, and I don't know, I thought we were getting along. We exchanged numbers.
So what'd you guys do for your date?
Well, we texted for a while, and then we set up a date to go out to dinner.
Good.
Okay. Was this an adult restaurant that you went to, or did you hit up Chuck E. Cheese?
I couldn't get a table at Chuck E. Cheese, so we went to an adult restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Tough to
You-
get reservations.
You do have to know somebody.
Yeah.
I know the guy who runs the ball pit.
Yeah.
Get us in.
How did dinner go?
It was weird. The waiter was just really, really bad.
Oh.
The dinner itself was fine, but, the whole experience was marred by this awful waiter.
Oh,
What did he do
man.
that was so bad?
Oh, I mean, some of it was just kind of typical bad waiter stuff. Like, he forgot to bring our appetizer out before he brought out our entrees. But
Yeah.
the weirdest one for me was Beth's fork was, dirty. It hadn't been cleaned.
Ew.
She asked him for a new fork, and then he just straight up left with the fork, didn't say anything, and then just brought back the same dirty fork.
Oh, man,
Oh,
he was
wow.
distracted, dude.
That sucks because it can really ruin your romantic dining experience if the waiter's being careless.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people have bad days or whatever, and I get it, but it's at a certain point, it has to be clean. It has to be
Yeah.
hygienic.
Was there any positives of the night between you two? I mean, not including the waiter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, we were kind of bonding over something we didn't like, which in this case was the waiter.
You guys are
Yeah.
miserable but loving it.
It's nice to have that common thread between you two.
and after he brought our food, he was like, "Can I get anything else for you?" And she was like, "A different waiter would be nice."
Oh.
Ooh.
Did you like that, or did you think it was too far?
I mean, I thought it was kind of brave and cool.
Oh my God,
Oh.
it turned you on, didn't it?
Wow.
Listen to you.
I'm not going to say it didn't turn me on.
Yes, okay.
Eddie likes a little bit of abuse in his life. So, how did dinner end?
We ate our food. It was fine. I paid for the check. I didn't try to sleep with her or make out with her or anything. We had a hug.
Okay.
And
That's good.
Well, but some women like when you try and kiss them and sleep with them. That's sometimes the goal.
she could have invited me up, If
Yeah.
she wanted something, she could have been come up for a drink. And she didn't. So I read the room.
Okay.
Have you gotten any indication from her, why she's not interested?
No, after that date, she hasn't really been in contact with me. I've tried to talk to her, but it's weird. I'm getting ghosted, and I don't know why.
I'm just going to say, though, real quick, it'd be really bad if she ended up dating that waiter.
What?
If that's what it turns out to be.
Oh, yeah.
She hated the waiter.
No, she's
I
like,
know,
he's bad,
but she
real
obviously enjoys the negative energy with the children and with the waiter. Maybe she feeds off of it. We'll find out.
bad. I need to date her then because I'm bad at so much stuff.
Yeah.
I got a shot.
You guys are awful. Don't even put that stuff in my head.
God.
All right. We'll find out in just a second, okay? Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A lot of times in life, you get caught up in the moment, and then you do something. Later on, you think about it and you go, I'm a dumbass. I probably should not have done that. Nathan is on the phone with us right now for a second date update, and that's sort of what happened on his date. Nathan, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, but
Good.
you're exactly right.
Thank you for your email. Appreciate it. We'll let you kind of explain the story of what happened. I thought it was hilarious, actually, just picturing what you said in your email. But first of all, how did you meet the girl that you want us to call today? Her name is Maggie?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you meet Maggie?
I met her on OkCupid. I know, like, sometimes that's just people look at that as a hookup site, but I figured that she was worth, getting to know a little bit.
All right. So normally you hook up with all the other girls that you meet there, but this one was special.
Yeah.
You liked Maggie. How long you guys chatted for a couple weeks and then decided to go out?
Yeah, we set up a date for a dinner date.
And what'd you do at your dinner date? Where'd you go?
We went to this really great restaurant that I wanted to try. It had just a great water view.
Oh, fancy.
I called ahead to let them know if I could reserve one of the best seats, like with the best view right by the water.
And they gave that to you?
Yeah.
Right. Do you have to drop a name or anything else? 'Cause next time, if you're having a problem with that, I will allow you to drop Jose's name. You can do that.
They will seat you by the back, by the kitchen.
So you got the table that you wanted by the water. That's cool.
Yeah.
And you were still excited about this date because everything had panned out in person, right? She didn't turn out to be someone who, I don't know, looked more like Jabba the Hutt or something.
No, exactly. She looked like her photo, which is rare.
It's impressive, yeah. And how was dinner?
Dinner was great. The conversation went well. The food was good.
Tell us about the part that you think is the reason that you might not be getting a call back today.
It's so embarrassing. And again, I thought of this after the date. I was trying to figure out, just sort of playing it through in my head and realized that we're having conversation and, I'm looking at her and taking her in and sort of looking at her face. And I noticed,
That's a good place to look.
Yeah, exactly. And I noticed that her earlobes are really not, just are like sort of barely connected. Some people have those earlobes that are...
Yeah, some people's earlobes go like straight into their cheek,
yeah.
and then the other ones kind of have like a big lobe on it.
It's genetic.
Yeah, exactly. And it's such a silly thing, but I was just caught up in it. And hers like really kind of dangle, and she had kind of big earrings on, and I thought they were cute. It was just me like getting caught up in it, and we were talking, and I thought they were cute. And I reached across the table, and I played with her earlobes a little bit.
Yeah, that is going to be so weird
Nathan.
on a first date, Nathan, to just like, while she's talking, were you guys touching it all before you played with her earlobe? Oh, okay. That's what I wanted, and that's what I wanted to know, because when you put it in your email, I was like, okay, if they were holding hands or something before, maybe I could see it. But if she's just in mid-conversation and you slowly, this is how I picture it, Nathan, slowly reach across the table while gazing into her eye and then just start flicking her earlobe, that's going to be weird.
It may have been even worse than that. I mean, it wasn't even like we were gazing. She was in the middle of a conversation. She was in the middle of telling me something.
Poor man.
Did you caress them? I mean, what did you do with the earlobe?
No, it wasn't a caress. It was more like, it was intriguing, like to see.
Oh my God.
What was her reaction, like, immediately?
She flinched. I mean, it was it
Yeah.
was inappropriate of me.
Did she stop talking after that, or did she just like kind of look at you like, what did you just do?
Yeah, she did kind of like can I help you kind of a thing. And then I just started talking, and I was, like you were saying, it was genetic, and I was saying, well, everyone in my family are attached, and I just,
So you started talking about her earlobe
Awkward
after you played
conversation.
with it.
Exactly.
All right. You know what? I don't even know if there's a move you could have done to make that better. If you would have just been like, sorry, I thought you had nice lobes. Or you go, hey, this is why I did that. How did the rest of the evening go after that happened?
I mean, that didn't seem to ruin anything. We continued on, but then looking back, I asked her if she wanted dessert. This place they bring out a beautiful dessert selection you can pick from. And she was like, no, I'm not hungry, so that's a sign. And then at the end of the date, I walked her to her door, and I would have wanted to go in for the kiss, and then it didn't feel right, so I gave her a hug. And
You should have given her one last flick on the earlobe for the road. So you went in for a hug, and at the end of the night, did she say that she wanted to see you again?
I said, I'd love to do something like this sometime, can I give you a call? And she said, sure, but, then I think it speaks more that I haven't been able to get in touch with her for the last 2 weeks. I've, sent her a text here and there, and I haven't really
You haven't gotten anything back at all?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, see if we can get her on the phone, see if we can get her to press those beautiful earlobes up to the phone and answer. And we'll get your second date update, okay?
All right, thanks.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Nathan?
Yeah.
I think I figured out what the problem is with the date that you went on.
Already?
Nathan wants us to call this girl named Maggie on their date. Nathan got a little wrapped up in the moment, noticed her earlobes, and did something that he knows is weird. He reached over and started playing with her earlobe. And it set a really weird theme for the rest of the date because that's an awkward thing to do. But Nathan, I think I figured out the problem. It's not the fact that you played with her earlobe. It's the fact that you didn't play with her earlobe enough. Everybody in here knows, Nathan, as soon as you'd go for the ear on a lady, you got to go all the way.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean by that, Nathan.
Yeah, I didn't commit.
Yep, you didn't commit
Did you
all
only,
the way.
Did you only play with one side? Maybe you should have gone for two.
Don't be a lobe tease.
Yeah. Nobody likes a lobe tease. Very good point,
Very
Jose.
true.
All right, Nathan, we're about to give Maggie a call and see if the earlobe fiasco killed your chances at a second date. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to call her right now.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Maggie, please?
Hi, this is Maggie.
Maggie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Sorry, can I help you with something?
You recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, but you're not calling him back. So he emailed us to give you a call and find out if he did something wrong on the date. Now, the guy that wanted us to call you today knows that he did something a little strange on your date. His name is Nathan.
Okay.
Nathan says that he's tried to text you a few times since your date.
And so he called a radio station?
Yes. So he called us to see if we could get you on the phone, since you're not answering his phone calls, and ask you why.
Seriously?
Yes. Is it because he played with your earlobe on the date? He told us about it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he told us all about your date. He said that he met you on OkCupid, and he liked you a lot, thought you guys were getting on very nicely, until in the middle of dinner, he reached over and played with your earlobe. I'm assuming that's probably the issue.
The earlobe thing was definitely part of it.
Part of it. That's not the entirety of it.
Oh, no.
Because as soon as, Maggie, if I was on a date with someone and they reached across and just started jiggling my earlobe back and forth while I was talking, if they were hot, there'd be a second date. But maybe, but most people would not want to call anybody back after that. I assumed that it was just the earlobe. What else did you not think was so great about Nathan?
It seems like he's not somebody who goes out on dates a lot.
Was he just really awkward, like the earlobe thing, and maybe...
The earlobe thing was a little inappropriate, but he also, he kept making, like, really out-of-date pop culture references.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with that. I'm going to just jump in and defend it right now. Woo-woo is fine.
No, Brooke.
That's not. What do you mean? What do you mean out-of-date pop culture references?
Well, it kind of seemed like he went out and memorized a bunch of stuff that he thought would be, like, relevant to, like, have a conversation. Like, at one point, he was like, oh, my gosh, did you hear that Katie Holmes broke up with Tom Cruise?
No, stop it.
Did he really say that?
Was he joking?
That happened.
He did, and I was like, yeah, that happened a while ago. And he's like, oh, really? Because it's so shocking.
That's like something that happened like 10 years ago, it feels like.
Yeah. And he made a reference at one point. He's like, oh, my gosh, have you seen this new music video, Dogman Style?
Dogman Style? He was trying to talk about Gangnam Style, which was also not very relevant.
Yeah.
How did this come up in conversation? Were you guys talking about pop culture type things?
Yeah.
And
No, that's why it kind of felt like he memorized a bunch of stuff or something, because it was like these little tidbits that he would kind of just like throw into the conversation. And so
you'd be talking about something completely different. He would just kind of spout off like, I know this pop culture fact.
Right?
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
It's like going on pop-up video. But
which is also not a relevant reference. Yeah. I don't think that show has been on the air in about 15 years.
Did you?
Yeah, so that obviously felt like he must have been a little weird.
I mean, he seemed really sweet, and I felt really bad, and I didn't think it would benefit anybody to, like, tell him I didn't want to see him.
Aren't you kind of curious, though, why the out-of-date pop culture references during your date?
I just figured he was really nervous. And, you know...
Aren't you curious about the earlobe play that you got? Wouldn't you want to hear...
I kind of just chalked it up to him being nervous, so...
Don't you want to hear the reasoning behind any of that?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but not enough to want to hurt his feelings. I figured, just not calling him back was...
Well, I know how to get your answer, though. You said maybe you'd like to hear the reasoning on that. I can get you an answer. Because he's on the phone right now, listening.
Yeah.
Maggie.
Hey, Maggie.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Why didn't nobody tell me this?
I forgot.
No, Maggie, I'm glad I got to hear what you had to say. And I wanted to make a good impression, and I was nervous. I'm sorry I'm not, Mr. Pop Culture, but men and women like different things, and I have to admit I did a little online research before the date.
Nathan, I don't think that she's Miss Pop Culture like you were thinking, okay? And men and women are different, that's true, but did you just start reading things online to...
Well, I know that the video didn't just come out, but I don't know how you pronounce that word. I'm
Gangnam
sorry.
Style.
Yeah, all right, whatever it is, and it's still the most watched video on YouTube.
It's true. It still is.
So that's relatable. I was trying to, and Tom Cruise has a new movie coming out, and so
all right.
Well, people like Tom Cruise movies. And
but Nathan, don't you think she'd want to hear about your hobbies or talk about your interests? I mean, you're interesting people. You could talk about that.
Aren't you supposed to relate to people?
Yeah. But again,
but you just kind of like to see if you guys naturally get along.
I have to say something really quickly. I mean, I'm actually a little offended that you think that all girls are just kind of really into pop culture, because I'm the kind of person that, like, to relax, I watch like documentaries and I go to artsy foreign films and stuff, and the fact that you would sort of assume that the way to all women's heart is by People magazine that actually is kind of offensive to me.
I'm casting a broad net. We're just trying to find anything relatable.
That wasn't casting a broad net. That was trying to impress me with a very limited frame of reference.
Well, Maggie, at least he put effort into it. He tried, he read, he prepared. Like, girls are on guys a lot of times for not putting enough effort in.
Well, but I would have preferred for him to put effort in getting to know me. I mean, I was asking him a lot of questions about him. I didn't feel like I needed to go bone up on football and Playboy to impress him.
Nice. Should have.
But I wouldn't have been offended if we talked about who won the World Series 2 years ago.
Or if you talked about Playboy the entire day.
Nathan's like, why are you reading up on guy stuff, huh? Trying to... Who do you think you are?
Look, Maggie, I was just nervous, all right? I would like to get to know you. And I would love if you made a suggestion for a second date, whatever kind of thing appeals to you.
Beauty salon or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, there's just... Truth be told, I might have just chalked the first one up to nerves and tried it again, but after this conversation, I really have no desire to.
Really? But I think that everything Nathan has said to you is kind of nice. I mean, he did not apologize for the earlobe thing yet, but I guess that was not the biggest issue with you. I mean, it just sounds like Nathan was nervous.
Yeah.
I think I was most nervous because we had such a good rapport back and forth to set the date up. That's what got me nervous for the date, is because I thought that was going so well.
Okay. Maggie.
Well, let me ask Nathan, let me ask you a question and then I'll decide. Other than the fact I'm assuming that you find me somewhat attractive or you wouldn't really want to go on another date with me. What is it about me that makes you want to go on another date?
Well, I mean, first attraction is important. And you're passionate. I did like that you talked about things passionately, that you do seem intelligent and well-read.
Maggie, would you like
What did I seem passionate about specifically?
I'm going to try not to let it get there. Maggie, will you go out on a second date with Nathan? We will pay for it, and Nathan can tell you in person what he likes about you and what he thinks is good about your passion and whatever.
I promise. It's just going to be you and I talking about you and I. I won't watch any Housewives episodes or anything. And I promise I won't flick your earlobe.
Yeah. I forgot all about that.
Nathan, you do seem like a nice person, and I understand what it's like being really nervous on a first date. So I will go out on another date with you if we can agree to just not try to impress and just really try to legitimately get to know each other. No pressure or anything.
All right.
Yeah, all right. Sweet.
That sounds great. And I won't be so awkward next time. I promise.
It's okay. I understand what that's like, so it's all right.
We got you guys a second date. Maggie, thank you for being understanding. Thank you for being on the show. I appreciate it. Nathan?
Yeah.
You are right. I can hear through the phone that Maggie has fabulous earlobes. I can hear it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hey, Ed?
Yeah.
Well, I know you're on the phone to do a second date, but I have something that just came up, and I'm not going to be able to do it. A buddy of mine, his bike tire popped.
Oh,
so
bike
I
tire.
got to go help him out, okay?
Oh, you're joking, right?
No, he's real close to his house. He's like 10 blocks away from his house, but I feel like I need to help him out. So let's just take a rain check on this whole second date thing, okay?
You can't call AAA?
He's like, ha ha.
All right. And the reason that I'm saying that to Ed is because Ed wants us to call a girl named Nicole today. They met at a rock climbing group. After the rock climbing class one day, they agreed to go out, but they had to shower, so they went back to her place to shower. After they were done getting ready, she said, hey, something just came up. One of my friends has a flat tire or something, and I have to go help them. So we think that's an excuse that she made up to get out of the date because since then she hasn't talked to him. She hasn't even shown up to the rock climbing class, which makes me think that you must have done something really bad, Ed.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it was if I did, you know?
Did you do anything weird in the shower, like make any strange noises
Terrible
or use
singer.
her expensive shampoo without permission? Because that stuff costs a lot.
No, I just took a shower.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out what happened, okay?
Thanks, guys.
Who knows? Maybe she's still by the side of the road helping her friend out with that tire.
It just took him a while to figure out how to change one.
It's been weeks.
It's about 2 weeks now, but here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Nicole there?
Yes, this is Nicole.
Hey, Nicole, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I host a morning radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay. How can I help you?
Well, I'm calling you today because we recently got an email into our show from somebody who's trying to get a hold of you.
Someone trying to get a hold of me?
Yeah. Apparently, they've tried to call you a bunch, and you're not responding to them, so they asked if maybe we could get you on the phone.
Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little confused.
It's a segment that we do on our show called The Second Date. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened.
Oh, geez.
So the guy's name is Ed, and you know Ed from your rock climbing group?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I do. I know him.
Well, Ed emailed us because he said that when you guys were supposed to go out, you ended up saying you had to rain check it to help your friend out with a flat tire, but since then you haven't talked to him or even shown up to the rock climbing group.
He's given you a lot of information. What else did he tell you? God.
That's pretty much it. He just told us that you guys met at class and were supposed to go out, and then he thinks you made up an excuse.
I did, but I think he's leaving out a big part of the story.
Really?
He did something weird, didn't he? I know he did something weird at your house.
I definitely classify it as weird, yeah.
Okay, so what happened?
Oh, God, this is so embarrassing.
Is it like...
What did Ed tell you about our date?
He said that you guys were at your rock climbing class, and then after you were supposed to go somewhere, so you went back to your house to shower, and then you got out of the shower and said that your friend had a flat tire that you had to go help her, and then that was it.
Okay, well, there's definitely a part left out of that story. I was in the shower. I took a shower first, and I hear a knock on the door, and he yells through the door, "Hey, do you have another bathroom?" And I'm like, "No, sorry, give me 2 minutes, I'll be right out." So I finish showering quickly, and I come out of the bathroom, and I'm like, "Okay, it's ready now." And he's like, "Great, thanks." So he's showering, and I'm just waiting for him. I get dressed, I get ready, put some makeup on, and I went to the kitchen to get a glass of water, and I'm smelling something weird at the sink. So I investigated, and I put my nose closer to the sink, and I'm smelling urine coming from my sink.
You smelled pee in your sink.
Yeah, like really strong, really strong. No mistaking.
Are you saying that you think he peed in your sink?
Absolutely. I mean, why would he knock on the door, ask me if I have a bathroom, and then mysteriously my sink smells like pee?
Oh, my God.
You think he had to go so bad that he urinated in your kitchen sink?
I don't think anybody has to go that bad that they have to urinate in someone's sink that has dishes in it.
Oh, and it had dishes in it, too.
He didn't even move him out if he was going to do that?
Did you ask him about this?
No, I mean, he obviously did it, and I'm like gagging. I had to get out of this, so I made up an excuse that a friend needed my help.
Oh.
Are you sure you didn't have like anything in your sink that could have smelled like urine and you just didn't remember like old food or something?
I'm absolutely sure. Water glasses do not smell like urine.
That is crazy. Why would you do that?
Well, I guess that's understandable then why you don't want to call him back if you think that he peed in your sink.
It's so disgusting. I mean, really?
But why wouldn't you just tell him? Why do you make up the excuse of rain checking? Like, it'd be embarrassing to him, not to you.
I just wanted to get him the out of my house, and I'm never going to see this guy again, so why did it matter?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for you, you are going to talk to him again because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you right now.
Nicole, look, I don't know what you thought you smelled, but I did not pee in your sink. There's no way.
Ed, it is unmistakable. There's no one else there.
I mean, do you have a cat? I mean, maybe the cat went in there.
I don't have a cat.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, but 1 + 1 = 2. You asked if I have another bathroom, and then suddenly my sink smells like pee.
Well, you know, Nicole, I don't know what else to say. I mean, like, yeah, maybe someone else peed in your sink. Because, I mean, it wasn't me, Nicole.
It's been happening a lot. There's been a rash of people just breaking into places and peeing in sinks.
And then leaving.
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me that in the 2 minutes that I was in the shower, someone knocked on the door and said, "I have to pee really bad," and you were like, "Hey, why don't you pee in this girl's sink?"
No. I mean, I didn't see anybody. But, I mean, like, you know, maybe like during the day or something, somebody peed in there. I mean...
Ed, come on. You have to stop with the bullshit. Just be a man and fess up. I mean... I don't have a roommate, I don't have a cat. No one pee burgled me. It was you. So just admit it. I mean, come on.
Well, okay, so I went a little, but...
my gosh, Ed! Why wouldn't you go outside? You're a dude, man.
It doesn't matter if it's a little or a lot. Like, any amount of pee in my sink is not okay.
And I ran the hot water after. Look, I mean, I'm really sorry, but it was a lot longer than 2 minutes, you know, Nicole.
There were dishes in my sink.
Look, you know, I don't know if this makes it any better or whatever, but, like, I didn't pee on your water glass. Like, I moved it to the side, and then moved it back. But, I mean, I didn't pee on it.
Yeah, but the sink still smelled like pee, and then you put the dishes back in it, and it's like splashed all over
Well,
them.
I mean, I figured you might notice that the dishes were moved.
That is so gross, Ed. What was going through your head that said sink? Sink is the best option right now.
Had to pee.
Look, I mean, you can sit there and judge, but I mean, like, you don't know what I was going through at the time. Like, I had 2 big bottles of Gatorade on the way over there, and she doesn't have anywhere else to go. I mean, she doesn't have any plants or anything like. I mean, who doesn't have plants in her house? Come on.
If it were my place, I'd prefer you choose the sink over peeing in my plants, but that's just me.
You are so disgusting. I cannot believe this really happened.
Well, I didn't know what else to do. I mean, there was a lot of pressure going on there.
You couldn't wait 2 minutes. You're a grown man.
It was longer than 2 minutes, Nicole. Look, I'm really sorry. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you that I peed in your sink. And I'm sorry that I peed in your sink. But I really liked you, and I was having a good time. And you did say that you wanted a rain check. So I am hoping that you'll give me a second chance.
Hey, Nicole, would you like to go out with Ed again? We'll pay for a second date.
Yeah.
No way. Not a
Nicole,
chance.
we're going to pay for it.
Yeah, see? Neither one of you have to come out your pockets at all. We'll pay for the date, Nicole.
I don't think that's a big sell, Ed, for a girl.
It's not. It's so disgusting. I can't even look at you.
Come on. I mean, like, I'm sure if you could, like, put yourself in that situation, like, what would you do? I mean, maybe you would go in the sink, too.
You're just gross. There's no way in hell we're going out on a second date, any date, first date. Mm-mm.
All right. Well, thank you, Nicole. I appreciate your time.
Yeah.
And Ed, I hope you learned a lesson about peeing in people's sinks.
I can't believe that has to be a lesson someone learns.
Have we learned it?
Yeah, I've learned it.
All right,
that's
good.
good.
Yep, no more peeing in people's sinks.
For the record, guys, like, this is probably the first time this has ever really happened to me.
It's probably the first. You're not even sure if it's the first time. The guy on the phone for a second date today met the girl that he wants to call at a rock climbing class.
Oh, cool.
Or like a little club, I guess, that they have. I've gone to one of these rock climbing gyms before. It was very bad for me, though, because I got to the top of the little rock wall, and then I turned around and I just started crying because I couldn't get down.
Oh, that's
And
so
then
sad.
They had to call the firefighters to come and rescue me.
Was
it
that
was
your
cool.
flex-
It made the news. I was like the cat stuck in a tree story at the end of the news. That was the feel-good story, but I could never go back to rock climbing after that. It's just
I could see the headline. Watch this little guy get saved at the rock climbing gym.
too traumatic for me.
Yeah.
But Ed, you're a pretty good rock climber, huh?
Yeah, I am a pretty good rock climber.
That's sexy. I'm going to tell you right off the bat that I have a thing for rock climbers.
Well, thank you, Brooke. Thank you.
Yes.
Clearly the girl that you want to call today doesn't.
Well, I mean, I guess not,
Tell us a little bit about her.
Well, her name's Nicole, and I met her at my rock climbing gym, and she just was really cute,
Is that when you put the chalk that you used for your hands and you smacked her on the butt and left a handprint?
No, well, I didn't think that we were probably at that stage yet.
Yeah. Jubal
That's another
moves
reason
quick.
why I'm not allowed back into those rock climbing classes. I had a lot of fun with that.
Just how many handprints can you make?
How'd you guys initially start talking?
Well, I saw her form, and I thought it was pretty good, so I went up and I gave her a compliment. I told her that I thought I liked her strong hands.
Are you serious? That is not the line you used.
Yeah, I was joking, and I told her I was joking, and we laughed about it. It was great.
Okay, that's good. That's a risk. That's a
It
risk
is.
there, and I guess
agree.
I guess it worked because you guys actually went out, right?
Well, I mean, kind of not really, We were planning to go out, but it kind of got sidetracked.
What does
How
that
so?
mean?
Well, so afterwards I asked her if she wanted to have a drink after class, and she said yeah. So we were going to go out, but, I was kind of smelly after class, and, she had built up a workout too, so, like, we needed to shower, but my place was all on the other side of town, so she said that I could, come over to her place and shower, and so we went over there.
Wow.
That's
So
nice.
she offered for you to go to her place and shower on the first time she met you.
No, not like I'm some weirdo that she's inviting over out of the blue, I've seen her a few times at this club, and, I just needed to get clean. It wasn't like a sexual thing at all,
Okay.
I was kind of stinky,
I don't know. No matter what, a girl invites me to shower with her, and to me, that's always sexual.
I don't think she said with her. I think just at her house.
Oh, that's what I heard.
I mean, it wasn't with her. We weren't in the shower together.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
So what happened? You went back to her house?
So we go back to her house, and she showers, I shower, and we're getting ready to go out, and she gets a phone call from a friend who's stranded somewhere, like at the airport or something, and she asks if she can go get her.
Did that seem like an excuse to you?
Yeah.
Well, it sounded a lot like an excuse to me. I mean, you know, I'm trying to be cool and everything, but I say, you know, just have your friend call AAA. They can come get her, you know, right? So
you
AAA? I mean,
well, yeah, she said her friend had a flat tire and that she was close to the airport and needed to run over there to help her out.
Yeah, I like how you're persistent, though. Dude, AAA or something. You don't need to help your friend out right now. Like, there's many services. There's lots of people who can. I'm sure somebody will be driving by and help her out. Let's go on our date right now.
Yeah, but I'm like, you know, it kind of sounded like a line,
right?
But you know.
Okay, so did she go help her friend out then?
Yeah, unfortunately she did. She said that she really had to go and that her friend really needed her help. So, you know, but she did say, can we take a rain check?
Okay.
So I thought, okay, I guess let's do that.
see, I just think that's so weird because if, like, my friend truly called me and had a flat tire, I'd be like, hey, come with me. Then we'll go out after.
But that's weird. Then you're introducing him to friends already.
No, I think she's lying. That's all I'm saying.
So did you get the rain check then?
No, I mean, like she's been MIA from the club. And no calls.
Wow. Okay. And how many times have you tried to get a hold of her?
4 times.
4 times, and she's not showing up to any of the rock climbing stuff.
Not showing up to any of the classes.
Dude,
yeah.
That's pretty intense to get someone to change their entire activity schedule to avoid you, is what it sounds like.
Oh well, I don't know. I'm hoping that either she's really sick, I guess, or maybe like something happened at the airport and like they're in trouble or something. I guess.
I hope that while she was changing her friend's tire, she got hit by a car and has been in the hospital, so that she's not calling me back. Not that I did something wrong. Is that what you're saying?
Well, okay, but that sounds a little bit worse than what I actually meant. You know, I mean, I don't want her to get hit by a car or anything. I just don't want it to be my fault.
Okay. I'm glad you had to clarify that. That's good.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, man. Hang on.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Now, everybody's heard of the 3-day rule, right? You go out with someone, wait a couple days before you call them or text them. Mm-hmm. Well, this guy is excellent at the 3-day rule. He's actually gone so hardcore with it, he's waiting 8 years to call somebody back after a date.
What?
There you go. That's the way to do it. That's the way to make them wonder if they're kind of into you or not. Wait almost a whole decade and then try to get them on the phone. Eric is on the phone with us. He sent us an email that he wants to try to get a hold of a girl that he went on a date with 8 years ago.
Whoa.
Wow. Eric, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, yeah. A long 8 years, but
yeah.
doing good.
Why are you wanting to do this right now? Your email was very confusing. Why are you trying to call a girl that you went out with 8 years ago?
You know, sometimes someone just kind of sticks with you. You know, I haven't been, like, obsessing for 8 years, but I just keep wanting to know what would happen, you know? It's like the door is still open a little bit, and I just want to see if it should just be closed or we should open it full on, you know?
How is the door still open after 8 years? I mean, she can have like multiple kids. She couldn't even live it. Like, do you know this girl still?
She could be a man by now.
True.
She could have completely gone under a change and be a dude right now.
That's true.
Did you guys go out on more than one date? Did you date for a while?
No, we only went out once.
And the date was so special in your mind that you've been thinking about it for 8 years.
It was a great date. It was great.
What did you guys do?
We were both at this concert, and we met there, and we were dancing along, singing along. I saw that we were both kind of mouthing the words to the same song, and
like everyone does at the concert.
How romantic!
I know, that sounds super romantic.
But we both were at the bar to get a drink, and just started talking a little bit, and before I knew it, neither of us were paying attention to the concert as much as just really talking and connecting, and kept hanging out even after the concert, and ended up kissing. It was just like a kind of fun, magical night.
Yeah, it's one of those experiences, I guess, where you look back and you're like, wow, man, that was really cool. She was awesome. It was a nice night.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But the thing
I've
is,
never had that before, but I've heard of people having those. So you spent 8 years. Why not get a hold of her sooner?
You know, I got her number the end of that night, and it was just like an unfortunate series of events. I wanted to call, but then I couldn't because I had to go down to California for a couple weeks. And so I when I got back, I called her and tried to tell her through a voicemail, like, hey, you know, I wasn't trying to blow you off. I'd love to see you again. Sorry for the delay. And I just never heard from her again.
God, they had voicemail 8 years ago, huh?
Well, we still have voicemail now on our cell phones.
It's a joke.
So you think that you waited too long to call her and she was like, oh, screw it, this guy's not interested?
I guess. I don't know. But I was still excited at the prospect of meeting up.
Did you try to get a hold of her while you were in California?
No. I was down there because my brother was having some problems with the law, and I figured there's just a lot of questions for a first date.
You were busy taking care of some family business.
Right, yeah, exactly.
That would be awkward. Can you imagine?
Hey, hold on a second. My brother's being detained right now. But I want to let you know I really liked you a lot. Okay, so you waited till you got back to call her, and she never got back to you, and you're assuming that that's what it was, that you just waited too long.
I guess.
But it sounds to me like you guys didn't actually go on a date. You just made out at a concert.
That's why it was so special, though. We just met at the concert. Like, neither of us expected to meet anyone. We weren't looking to... We were there to enjoy the music, and then we really connected. And I don't know, I was just so excited to get to know her more.
Have you, been able to find her on Facebook in the last 8 years?
No, I looked, but I don't know if I'm, misspelling her last name at this point. It's been 8 years. She might just be private.
Yeah.
I have her number still, but I don't want to be the guy that's, calling and calling after 8 years.
So have you been, rehearsing what you want to say to this girl? Because you've had 8 years to think about it.
Honestly, I haven't. I just kind of want to know where she's at, and... I mean, because she could be married, you know? She could have kids. That's all a possibility, and I'm not thinking that if that's the case, anything would happen, but I just kind of want to know where she's at. And if she does happen to be single, then maybe we can go out and get drinks, get dinner.
What are you going to tell her? If I'm just imagining, if I had a guy call me after 8 years, I'd want to know a little bit about why it took him so long.
Yeah, I mean... After 8 years, I just have to know. You know, like I said, if that door is closed, I just want to know that it's closed.
Yeah.
I would love it if we could go out again, but I feel like I need some kind of closure with this.
There's probably no way it's not going to be awkward, but it could be flattering. It could be flattering that she's been on your mind for 8 years. She could be like, oh, that's so sweet.
Or it could be super creepy to her.
Yeah, either one. It could go either way. What's her name, by the way?
Her name is Rebecca.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call Rebecca, and get your second date update right after this, okay?
All right. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Welcome back to today's second date update.
It's really
that I guarantee you will probably be one of the most beautiful love stories ever to grace those weird little ears of yours. Eric is on the phone with us right now, and Eric has been burning with a fire deep inside of him for 8 long years.
Don't let that flame go out, Eric.
Wondering what happened to Rebecca, the love of his life, who he met one night at a concert.
Oh, the crescendo.
Their eyes locked as they sang along to the lyrics. They shared a beer and great conversation, and even ended the evening with the most beautiful kiss the world has ever seen.
Fireworks.
And he called her and received no call back, and now 8 years later, Eric is left stunned, wondering what happened to his princess that night, and will she be his once again?
That was good.
Eric, does that really kind of recap what we just talked about?
Yeah, basically. That's exactly it.
If you're just tuning in, Eric wants to do a second date update with a girl that he met 8 years ago. He actually went to California for a little while after they met, didn't call her until he got back, and he never received a call back from her. He thinks maybe he waited too long. Before I call her, it's been 8 years, so there's a high chance that she doesn't remember who you are because you guys only met for one evening. Do you have a scar on your face? Or like, are you missing an arm? Something that would maybe help jog her memory.
As far as things to jog her memory, the concert was a Flaming Lips concert.
Okay.
Oh.
It was like during the summer, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure. Even the details of the concert are fuzzy for you. All right, so it was a Flaming Lips concert in the summer 8 years ago that you met her.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial the phone right now so we can get her on the phone and get your second date update. You ready?
Sounds good.
Here we go, man.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Rebecca, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Rebecca, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay. Sorry, is this a telemarketer?
No.
I wish you were a telemarketer.
It's a radio program, radio show, morning radio show.
Oh, how'd you get my number?
I'll tell you that in just a second. But do you have a few minutes to speak with us?
Maybe if I know what this is about.
Well, we recently got an email to our show from somebody who wanted to reconnect with you.
Okay.
So weird,
This
right?
is going to be, I'm going to just tell you right now, Rebecca, this is going to be a very weird phone call.
It's going to get weirder.
Okay.
It's not bad.
But hang in there because it is not bad.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not bad, you said?
This is not bad at all. Okay.
But it's weird.
But it's weird. You met a guy 8 years ago named Eric at a Flaming Lips concert in the summer, I believe. And Eric emailed us because he wanted to see if we could get a hold of you to ask you out on another date.
What?
Yeah, I know it is as weird as it sounds. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. What that is if you go out on a date with someone and then you blow them off, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why. You met this...
You 8 years ago?
Yes. Apparently you met this dude at a concert 8 years ago. You guys hung out, even kissed at the end of the night.
Oh, my God.
I know.
That's a really long time ago.
It is a really long time
You
ago.
made quite the impression.
Do you remember going to a Flaming Lips concert 8 years ago?
I don't know. I mean, that sounds like something I would have done. I mean, I went to a lot of concerts. I partied a lot.
So you made out with a lot of
All
guys
right.
at a lot of different shows is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I went to a lot of different shows and concerts, and I drank a lot, so I probably don't have the best memory for that.
Well, I'll tell you, at least according to this guy, you were at a Flaming Lips concert 8 years ago. You guys hung out at the bar, drank a little bit, even kissed to end the night. You gave him your phone number, said, call me later. He took a few weeks to call you because he was down in California doing some stuff. He says he called you when he came back, and he has not heard a thing from you since. And you've been on his mind for 8 years.
Like, he's been thinking about me constantly for 8 years.
He doesn't say constantly, though. He says that he's just like, you'll pop into his mind from time to time. And he's like, I
Yeah.
wonder what happened to that girl, and I would love to see her again.
Oh. I mean, that sounds really sweet. I'm trying to remember, but nothing's really coming to mind right now.
Yeah, it was 8 years ago. Rebecca, I can let you talk to him if you want.
Like, call him up?
No, like he's on the other line listening right now. Eric, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Well, say hi, Eric. It's been 8 years. Say something.
Hey, how's it going? Still like the Flaming Lips?
Still
So awkward.
Hey, you said your name was Eric?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Hi.
You don't remember me at all?
I'm really
Not even a
sorry. I I'm trying to jog my memory here, but
We were at the Flaming Lips concert, and we were singing along. We got a beer together. We ended up kissing. You gave me your number. Brown hair.
Brown hair.
That's it, Eric? Like, any more descriptors?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kept hanging out after the concert. We laughed a lot. You gave me your number.
I mean, I give a lot of people my number. It's been 8 years. There's been a lot of guys.
Did that come out wrong?
Rebecca, do you mean that how it sounds?
I mean, no. I mean, like, I've met a lot of guys. I've gone out on a lot of dates.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been 8 years. Eric, I don't think was expecting you to stay celibate and wait for him all 8 years.
Oh, wait. Did you have a motorcycle?
No.
Damn, I thought we were going to get somewhere.
Dang it. It's a brown-haired motorcycle.
Just a guy with brown hair with a beard. No motorcycle. Is anything jogging your memory at all, Rebecca?
Honestly, I'm really sorry, but nothing's really coming to me.
I'm surprised you don't remember anything. We talked for hours. We really connected. It was special.
Do you remember what we talked about?
The Flaming Lips.
The concert we were at.
I might have been pretty drunk at that point. I usually got pretty wasted at concerts.
Yeah.
So I'm really sorry. I mean, you seem really sweet, and it sucks that I can't remember anything.
Hey, Rebecca, what have you been up to these past 8 years? Are you single now? You got a husband, wife?
Yeah, I'm single.
Awesome.
I mean, I guess in the past 8 years, a lot has happened, but I'm single now.
Well, then I need to ask you if you'll go on a second date with Eric. Eric, would you like to go out with Rebecca again?
Absolutely, yeah.
Rebecca will pay for a second date if you'll go out with him again.
Oh, do it. He sounds so sweet.
He's a stranger.
Oh, who cares?
He's not a stranger.
That's what dating is. You go out with strangers. It's just part of the game.
He's an old friend from 8 years ago that she doesn't remember at all. But who knows? Why not give it a shot, Rebecca?
You know what? You seem really sweet and cute. Sure, as soon as I find a sitter, I'd love to go out with you.
What?
As soon as you find a sitter?
Yeah, I have a couple kids.
It's been 8 years.
I guess it has been a while.
I mean...
Well, I guess I should ask again. Eric, do you want to go out with Rebecca still?
You better say yes, Eric, else you're going to look like the biggest douche ever.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
That does not sound like
Awesome. Well, successful second date.
You didn't say yes just because you're on the radio, right?
No. No.
You can hear it.
Yeah, Eric, if
Oh
you've been
my
thinking about her
gosh.
for this long, who cares if she's got like 8 kids?
One per year.
I'll go out with her. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right.
I don't know what to believe.
Well, we'll send you guys out on a second date. Rebecca, thank you for your time.
Thanks. I look forward to meeting you again, Eric.
Awesome. And we don't really have many details about that night. Both of them, it's kind of cloudy for both of them. So who knows? Maybe he could be the father of one of those kids.
No. That did not happen. No.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and bet every single person that texts into this show at 78592 $5.
That's a lot of money.
$5 that the dude from today's second date update does not actually go out on the date that he just agreed to. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. If you missed today's brand new second date update, Eric wanted to call this girl Rebecca, who he's been thinking about for 8 years. They met at a concert, hung out for the evening. They didn't even really go on a date. I think they kissed a little bit at the concert. And then he had some stuff to take care of, didn't call her, and then he just didn't talk to her for 8 years.
Yeah.
But he's been thinking about her ever since. We got her on the phone. She didn't really even remember who he was. And then at the end of the phone call, we found out that she has a couple kids. And that's when Eric's tone completely changed.
Yeah.
He was like, awesome. It's great to talk to you, and I really want to see you again. I've been thinking about you forever. And then she's like, I have a couple kids. He's like, oh. So anyway, it's cool to catch up. and I'll talk to you later.
I think he has watched one too many like rom-coms. He really thought that she was just going to be this perfect person for him that had everything that he ever wanted from their one night of making out.
Well, I truly believe if he wasn't on the radio, he would have just said,
Yeah.
"Oh, never mind."
He didn't want to get ripped by everybody listening and be like, "Dude, you're an a-hole. You ditched out on that girl just because she had kids."
Yep.
I mean, I'm actually glad that she forgot who he is. If that's the person that you are, like, come on.
I feel like if I had been romanticizing a relationship in my head for 8 years with a girl and I called her and she had a kid, okay, being the good person that I am,
Sorry,
I'd have been like thinking about it for 8 years and she would have said, I have a kid. And I would have just hung up the phone. That's probably how I would have handled that one.
You're such a good person.
I know, I really am.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, Brooke and Jubal at moving925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
We got an email from one of our listeners named Joey, and Joey admits he went against our show advice, even before the date happened. And he used a corny pickup line on a dating app.
Stop it.
Joey.
On dating apps is where they're supposed to live.
You know, sometimes the corny
That's where they're
lines
funny.
can come off a little bit funny, but
Yeah.
we'll be the judge of that in just a second. First, Joey, tell us a little bit about the girl that you matched with. What's her name?
Taylor.
Okay.
I matched with her on Tinder.
And
Okay.
what struck you about Taylor? I mean, obviously she's hot, but anything else?
Well, she didn't have much of a bio, so that was really it.
Okay. So it was just she's hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you really need any more than that, Brooke?
I
Come
don't
on.
know. I feel like at some point, if you're scrolling so many times, there's got to be something else that stands out about somebody that makes you want you.
That's not how dating apps work, Brooke. You don't get to know a person's personality
Listen.
just by their profile.
I'm married. I know there's rumors that I'm on dating apps, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm telling you, if a girl's like, I have a degree and this, we don't care about that crap.
Okay.
Tell me you like yoga pants
Says
and
the
hiking.
single guy in the room.
Right.
Continue.
So you said you used a pickup line on her. Let's hear it. What was it?
So I said, I just saw the best up sexy ever.
What?
And
I already get it.
and she replied, "What's up, sexy?" And I said, "Not much. What's up with you?"
Okay. How did she respond to that?
She laughed. She liked that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's funny.
I gotta say, my husband is the king of the "what's up" jokes. He does snoo, he does sappening,
Yeah.
and I even married him.
Yes.
So I mean,
There's
it was
something-
really cute when we started dating.
There's something to it. So what did you guys do when you went out?
So we went up to this Chinese restaurant. We learned about each other. She's kind of recently single,
Okay.
just like a month. And
Oh, that's soon.
yeah, a little soon, but I guess she dated some jerk and it didn't really work out with her breakup.
Most
That's
of
the
time
best,
they
though.
like the jerks and they stay with the jerks
Yeah.
most of the time.
But that's the best for you, Joey, because it means that you're going to come off looking good probably no matter what, unless you find a way to really, really screw this up.
Yeah, the bar's already so low.
Right.
But they gave us so much food and we had a ton of leftovers and she wanted to go get dessert. So we're on our way to dessert. We passed this dumpster. I tossed in the leftovers thinking I'm never going to eat all this stuff.
Yeah.
You threw away good leftovers?
I did. I was like too full to the point of being uncomfortable. So I tossed it.
Wait, why are you even bringing that up? Was it a thing for her? Because it would have been a thing for me.
Yeah, this is part of the story. You just got to know that I threw this box into the dumpster.
Instead of giving them to her. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Fine.
She had her own food. So this was just my leftovers.
Okay.
Okay. So food goes in the dumpster.
So we get to the dessert place, and I'm about to pay with my card, and then I realize I don't have it. And it clicks. I left the card in the to-go box
What?
that I just threw out.
Oh, my God.
How did the card get in the to-go box?
He put it in there, obviously.
Yeah, mashed potatoes. I'm
With
just going to shove these in there.
I mean, I'm hoping there was a bag. You were carrying it all in the bag. And
Yeah, the receipt was in there. My card was in there. I just kind of forgot because, I'm with Tinder Taylor.
So what'd you do?
So I told her, and we went back to the dumpster that I dropped it into. And, yeah, it was pretty dark at this point, and I
Okay.
couldn't see the box in the dumpster.
I'm laughing because I feel like this is karma for throwing out good food. But okay.
Yeah. So I had to jump into the dumpster, and
Dumpster dive.
Oh, wow.
yeah, but she was helping. Like, she was all on board with me finding this to-go box in my cart, and she's shining her light in there and like encouraging me to find it and everything.
Well, at least she's helpful.
Yeah.
I know. I probably would have just called and canceled the card and ordered a new one.
No, Brooke would have looked into the dumpster and been like, ooh, somebody threw away some Thai food too. Grab it. Nothing goes to waste in here.
I just think it's kind of insane. You're dumpster diving on your first date.
I mean, I didn't want someone to get my card and like go through all of the process of canceling and getting a new one. So
yeah, waiting a week.
Okay.
All right.
So did you find it?
Yeah, I did find it, and
Yay!
it just felt like the right moment, and I could tell we were both feeling it, and we had our first kiss in this dumpster.
No, you did not.
Dude.
Wait, you were both in the dumpster together, and that's where you shared your first kiss?
Now, she was like standing on this crate outside, but I was definitely in the dumpster.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Your first kiss is a dumpster kiss?
Why is that so cute?
You, bro, come on.
Kinda cute.
No, you don't.
It's like Lady and the Tramp, okay? They were in an alley. There was garbage around. Like
This is a dream come true for Idaho Brooke.
Lady and the Tramp kissed by like sucking a spaghetti together.
Still, it was dirty.
They were literally
Okay,
animals.
all I'm saying is I think you turned lemons into lemonade. I think you took a bad situation and somehow made it romantic. She kissed him
Dumpster
back.
lemons.
She liked it. Taylor liked it, right?
Yeah, we were both into it. It was really nice. And like, I walked her to her car and I had to go like clean up. But
Yeah.
before she left, we kissed some more and like, it was really nice.
See?
Oh, okay.
Taylor liked the dumpster kiss.
Or she hated it so much she had to have another kiss just to erase the bad memory. So that's how it ended? You shared a kiss and then you went your separate ways?
Yeah. And I've been reaching out and she has not responded it's been like 5 days now.
Huh.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
I think it's obvious. I mean,
What do you think it is?
It's the dumpster. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What do you think it is? What a mystery.
I mean, seriously, they kissed twice after the dumpster.
I feel like women want to have the memory of a romantic first date with a romantic moment as the first kiss,
Yes.
and it doesn't happen in a dumpster in an alleyway.
Kitty kiss.
Let's find out. We're going to play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Taylor for you, and we'll try and get you your second date update. All right, Joey?
Great.
Hold on. If you're just tuning in for the second date update, we're on the phone with Joey. And look, we've heard some weird first kisses before doing this segment, but this one might be the strangest.
Aw. Yeah.
I mean, you have to picture a cell phone flashlight,
Uh-huh.
a little light romantic music playing in the background
Is there music?
while you're surrounded by old Chinese food inside a dirty dumpster.
Yeah.
It's like my apartment.
Oh, do you smell that? That smells like love.
That was definitely not Chinese food.
Yeah, that chow mein is bad.
Love mixed with Szechuan sauce. And she was leaning over the dumpster. He was inside of it, covered in crap.
Mm-hmm.
And they Frenched.
Dude,
They Frenched in the moonlight.
I think making it better.
I feel like it's a perfect analogy for this year.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm assuming, Joey, that you Frenched her. Or did you Chinese her? I don't know what the protocol is in this situation.
What?
There's some French.
There was some French?
All right.
Okay.
You guys are making fun, but I think you're right. Joey, I'm with you. I think it sounds romantic.
Yeah.
Okay?
If you
I
don't,
do.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, Joey told us he had his first kiss with a girl named Taylor inside a dumpster because he tossed his leftover Chinese food into there and forgot his credit card was in the to-go bag. He was so happy when he located it, he kissed her in the dumpster. But now she's not calling him back, and we don't know why. Or do we?
No, we don't. They kissed again. I think it's...
This is going to be a weird question, but do you think she may have met someone else while you were in the dumpster?
What?
No.
It's a good opportunity.
Some guy walked by cleaning the street.
I
Ooh,
know.
upgrade.
It's a weird question.
I mean,
You picking up gum off the street? Get over here.
you can only go up. Only go up. But here we go. Let's call Taylor, and we'll find out the reason that she's been blowing you off lately. Okay, you ready to do this, man?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to dial the number.
Hello,
Hi, is this Taylor?
this is Taylor. Who's this?
Hi, Taylor. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. Do you have a second to talk?
Excuse
Excuse me, what's going on here?
We're doing a morning radio show, and we're doing something called a second date update. Have you ever heard of that before?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, basically, the idea is if you go out on a date with someone and afterwards, if they're not calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to that person for you to try and figure out the reason why they're blowing you off.
Okay.
And so somebody emailed us about you recently.
About me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All
you
right.
perked up a little.
Yeah.
Flattering,
Yeah.
isn't it?
You know Joey?
Yeah, I met Joey.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, he told us about the date that you guys had. He says he had a really good time with you.
Did he tell you about the dumpster?
Okay.
Oh my
Yes.
God. That was the most memorable part of your date, right?
Yeah, good or bad.
It was something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Wasn't it kind of cute? He told us about how it wasn't his fault. He forgot his credit card was in the bag. He threw it away. You helped him find it.
Brooke thought it was dumpster thriving more than dumpster diving.
Yeah.
She thought it was great. What did you think?
I thought it was fine.
See?
It didn't bother me.
I stand corrected.
And what was that kiss like?
Oh, I mean, when he went for it or he was about to go for it, I just kept thinking it smelled pretty bad, but it's fine.
But you wanted to kiss him.
And?
So...
I didn't know if I wanted to kiss him, but it was okay.
Okay.
It's not really a glowing review.
But it's not a bad review.
Yeah,
I mean,
give her that.
is that the reason you're not calling him back?
No, not really.
See?
Okay. Because he told us that after the dumpster kiss, you had another kiss later.
We did.
So why are you blowing him off now? Are you just waiting for the stink to get off of his clothes? Because it takes a while for that to come out.
It's a deep stench.
No, he did not text me for a really long time. And I just realized, he's not that into me. And I had plenty of other guys that were a little more eager, and I was swiping, and I ended up meeting 3 guys since.
Wait. Hold on. Yeah.
Hasn't it been like 5 days?
Yeah, he said it's been 5 days since your date. Is that right?
That's correct.
Wait.
How long is too long for him to text back?
I mean, he didn't text me back for 48 hours.
That's
2
full
days?
That's the sweet spot. 2 days, if you're on Tinder, you move on.
I think 2 days is a little too long. I
See?
can see what she's saying.
I just want to know how you fit 3 dates in the last 5 days. That is some...
No.
That is some management of time.
Well, Joey mentioned that she's hot, so she must be getting a lot of people wanting to go out with her.
Did you match, or did you actually go out and date?
I've met 3 since.
Yeah, so
So you have met 3 since in person.
Yeah.
See?
Oh.
Well, so you can't just invest it all into one guy, you know, who's not getting back to you. You gotta spread yourself.
I mean, I say good for you.
Do not say that, Alexa. How many times do we have to say that?
Dude, I think that's fine too. However you need to spread anything, I think it's totally cool.
You
But
know what I mean.
here's the thing. If you liked him, I mean, even though you're talking to these other dudes, why don't you contact him back at all, though? He's just totally out because he took so long?
Yeah, because I think when you take that long to respond to someone, it's clear that you're not that into them. And I don't want to date someone who's I'm their second or third pick, you know?
Okay.
Oh, I think that's a miscommunication.
I'm just thinking 48 hours, 2 days, that doesn't seem like very much time to give a guy.
That's plenty of time.
Just for a text? I mean, just for a simple text.
He may have texted me after 24 hours, but he definitely did not call me until 48 hours later.
Okay, so he didn't call within 1 day now. It's a little much on my side.
He needs to show a little effort. I could see it. She wants some effort to be seen, you know?
I just have a lot of guys that are interested right now, and I don't have time to just hang out with some guy I kissed near a dumpster.
God. Must be nice.
Yeah.
Got options.
Well,
Yeah, Brooke is dumpster guys. That's husband.
Yeah.
I know you have guys that are wanting to talk to you all the time, Taylor, but maybe you have a little bit of time to actually speak with Joey, because I need to tell you he's been on the other line listening, and he wants to talk to you.
Right now?
Hi, Taylor.
Yeah, right now. There he is.
Oh, my gosh. Hi.
Hi. Sorry I didn't call you sooner. I thought there was a 3-day dating rule where you kind of let things marinate. And...
Oh, he's old school.
Maybe in 2017, but...
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, damn.
Get with the times.
Hey, wait, though. I mean, you got to look at it this way, Taylor. Like, he was so into you that he actually called us for help to get a hold of you. I mean, that's how into you Joey is.
Mm-hmm.
If he was really interested, he would have called you guys sooner.
Oh, so we should be mad at him too.
Maybe the night of, he should be calling for a second date update, like as soon as you get into the taxi and leave.
Joey, tell her how much you like her.
I thought we really hit it off. I was just trying to be polite and like not come off too eager and don't want to overwhelm you or anything. I really like you, though.
I don't think it would be overwhelming to call a girl before 2 days.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I don't know, though. Like, you go out on Monday, he texted you in that time period. Like, that's enough, in my opinion.
It sounds like
just
you
chill for a second.
It sounds like you want a clingy guy.
I don't want a thingy guy, but I don't want there to be question marks.
The longer it takes to call, the more time you have to overthink on it and just cancel them out.
Well, that's on you. That's not on the guy.
It's not.
It's on both parties.
I just said something like, I find it kind of ridiculous that you have this rule and like I didn't know about it. I didn't know if you wanted me to call or text or what your time period was. I just was out of the loop on that.
So are you questioning me right now about how I'm running my dating life? Because remember, I'm very good looking.
I'm in control here.
Okay,
She's in charge.
Is that good for you, Joey? Does that turn you on a little bit, or is that something that is...
I mean, I could play the needy guy. I just didn't know that's what I needed to do.
It's a role play now.
So Joey's still into it.
Yeah. All right.
into it.
Well, in that case, I would like to send the two of you out on one more date.
To the nicest dumpster in town.
Yeah, we'll pay for it.
All right, I'm there. Sure.
Wait, that was a yes right away.
But you didn't respond quick enough, Taylor. It took you 2 seconds to respond, so I'm going to take that as you're not that into him.
Stop giving me a hard time.
Okay.
Joey, just so you know, I do have some more dates lined up for the coming week, so it wouldn't be till next week sometime, but I would definitely give you another chance.
Wait, you're putting him at the end of the list?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to break off a date with somebody else.
And he's on the list, Jeffrey. What do you want?
Oh my God. Yeah, so much. Okay, Joey, you cool with that?
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, I guess it is what it is. But, I mean, next date, I'll call you as soon as you're walking away.
Good.
It's a good idea, Joe.
That's funny, but don't, actually do that, because that's kind of pathetic.
It's a fine line, Taylor.
Moving 92.5.